So when I got there, she was in the game room. They told me she was not feeling good, so I instantly go to her, put on her side, get a bag, and all that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video. I didn't know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told her alcohol poisoning, so that's what I helped her. That's what I helped her at. I didn't leave her side. I cut on soft music. Summer Walker rubbing her head to the nurse came in. It's wrong. And for y'all to be attacking me, an innocent soul, like, I'm really innocent as fuck. I went there to enjoy my birthday. Like, to enjoy my birthday and to really just goddamn have fun. And then have not 1 second of fun. And take one shot and then smoke one blunt and then do anything.
It looks like the federal authorities are finally making a move in the Shanquella Robinson murder case after nearly 3 years. Newly released documents seem to provide evidence that Shanquella's so-called friends, known as the Cabo Six, were responsible for her tragic death during their trip to Cabo, Mexico in 2022. Initially, the case gained traction quickly, especially following public outrage on social media as horrifying details emerged. However, as time passed, updates became scarce, and many feared the case would turn cold due to a lack of evidence. Now, the feds have announced a significant update, reigniting hope for justice. For months, journalists and the public have been pressuring the authorities for information. Multiple Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) requests were filed, demanding as much detail as legally permissible. The pressure finally paid off when the FBI released 2 heavily redacted documents related to the investigation. Despite the redactions, these documents revealed shocking new details. About a month after Shanquella's death, the FBI interviewed an unidentified witness who referenced the infamous fight video. The witness claimed they weren't sure what happened, but heard from Shanquella's friends that she had been drinking and hit her head on the toilet. However, the witness also saw photos of her injuries, which suggested she had been severely beaten, possibly stomped on. The same witness mentioned that there were cameras in the villa, though no reports have confirmed whether any footage was recovered. Some speculate that the Cabo Six might have removed the cameras to eliminate evidence. The FBI also examined Shanquella's phone, but the contents remain redacted.
If the U.S. authorities and potentially a U.S. court are not convinced that the Mexicans have a very strong case, then it's very unlikely that she would be extradited.
New information in the Shanquella Robinson case as the FBI releases some of its files after a news media FOIA request. Robinson left her home in Charlotte to take a trip to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico with 5 friends in October 2022. She died on the trip. The FBI records reveal that on November 9th, a man showed up here to the FBI Charlotte field office to provide information about what he believes was Robinson's murder. Her friends have said Robinson died from alcohol poisoning after a night of heavy drinking, but the medical examiner in Cabo says she died from a broken neck.
Additionally, in November 2022, Mexican authorities asked the FBI to interview someone from the trip to facilitate a temporary detention order. Eventually, an arrest warrant was issued, but no one was extradited. While the documents do not explicitly name the suspects, sources close to the case suggest they point directly to the Cabo Six. The decision to release these documents appears to be influenced by Shanquella's family, who have been relentlessly fighting for justice. Recently, they filed a civil lawsuit against the U.S. Department of State, the FBI, and the Cabo Six. This legal action seemingly forced the authorities to respond. Shanquella's mother has been outspoken, stating, "We need justice for Shanquella Robinson. It has been 2 years, and there is no reason why no one has been arrested yet." Shanquella Robinson, a 25-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina, traveled to Cabo on October 28, 2022, with 6 people she believed were her friends: Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Elise Hyatt, Dejane Jackson, Khalil Cook, her so-called best friend, and Nazir Wiggins. However, things took a dark turn almost immediately. Nazir Wiggins, who arrived a day later, claimed he had no knowledge of the events leading up to Shanquella's death. The next morning, Khalil Cook called Shanquella's mother, saying she was feeling unwell due to alcohol poisoning. Hours later, he called again, saying medics were attempting to resuscitate her. Sadly, by 3:00 p.m. on October 29, 2022, she was pronounced dead. However, the official death certificate contradicted the friend's claims. It did not mention alcohol as a factor. Instead, it listed her cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, a fatal dislocation of the uppermost vertebrae. These injuries were consistent with physical trauma, not alcohol poisoning. Then came the shocking video that shattered the group's lies. The footage showed Dejanay Jackson brutally attacking Shanquella while she remained defenseless. Instead of stopping the assault, the others watched and recorded it. At one point, Khalil Cook was heard saying, "Quella, can you at least fight back?" Reports later suggested that Winter Donovan also participated in the attack. Allegedly, she grabbed Shanquella by the neck and slammed her into a wall, possibly delivering the fatal injury. Mexican authorities classified the case as a femicide and issued an arrest warrant for the perpetrator. They sought U.S. cooperation for extradition, but American authorities were slow to act. Frustrated.
So when they got back from the trip with her luggage, what did they tell you happened to your daughter?
That she got sick from drinking. It was alcohol.
That she got sick from drinking. It was alcohol.